What's up, Dre?
Good, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm good.
We've got a room full of folks waiting to speak with you. Thank you for joining us. They've been alerted that it's your birthday, so you may or may not get a birthday question. Happy birthday.
I appreciate it.
No problem. You should be familiar with most people in here, so we will go ahead and get started with the first question from Sarah Spencer of the AJC.
Hey, happy birthday.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it.
Sorry you have to spend it quarantining or working out, or you can't do much fun.
It's fine.
So my question is, what do you think of this new roster? Obviously, a lot of new guys added to the mix, and what kind of potential do you think this group has?
I mean, I think the new guys definitely help us a lot. Having, Rondo, Bogey, Gallinari, Clint. I mean, just having those guys, definitely increases the depth in our team. I feel like that's something we definitely needed. Gonna make practice very competitive, training camp very competitive. So, I don't see how these new guys can hurt us. I feel like they can only help us, and I'm looking forward to it.
On such a deep roster, there's obviously going to be a lot of competition for playing time and just a more competitive kind of team overall. Are you looking forward to that? And, do you view it as a challenge, or how do you kind of view the depth that the team has this year?
Definitely. That's how you get better, by competing with guys, their experience. They have done this. So just being able to compete with them, being able to learn from them. And as far as playing time, that's going to work itself out. You can't really worry about that. You just got to come in, do what you're supposed to do, and it's in coach's hands after that.
Thank you.
Next, from Chris Kirschner.
Hey, DeAndre, happy birthday. I'm curious, what did you specifically work on to improve your game this offseason, and what are you looking to, prove in your second season?
I definitely, just tried to, I watched a lot of film during this quarantine, just trying to, watch guys I'll probably be guarding and, learn their tendencies and things like that. So I think I could be a lot better on the defensive end. Offensively, I was a rookie, so I worked on everything. Shooting, dribbling, learning the offense and things like that. So, I think I'll probably focus more on defense than anything because, that's what the team needs from me this year.
As a follow-up, what specifically do you think you need to improve on the defensive side of the floor?
Just getting more active in the passing lane. I feel like I'm a pretty solid defender one-on-one. Just continuing to get better at that. Like I said, just, seeing what guys like to do. That's it, really.
Raphael Haynes.
Happy birthday, DeAndre. Speaking of defense, you all got better defensively, with adding with Rondo and Chris Dunn, and even with Onyeka, the rookie, of course, Clint. Then also adding Nate McMillan as an assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
How excited are you now, knowing that you want to improve defensively, and like you said, you're a solid defensive player, and having those guys come along on the team?
It's great because I feel like if you watch us play, we can score on offense. I feel like where we struggle at, towards the end of the games is definitely defense. And, having guys like Rondo, like you said, myself, Cam, Chris Dunn, Clint, even John, just having guys like that in the game, at the end of the game, I definitely feel like it would help us just be able to get stops. And, on offense, we don't really struggle like that. So at the end of the game, where it's time to get a stop, having the guys in, that could make plays and, get stops, I feel like that would definitely help us.
We've got a question from Greece, from Christos.
Hello, DeAndre. Happy birthday. I would like to ask you, how productive was the last season for you, and how big boost you get from this in front of the next season?
I feel like last season definitely helped me a lot. It was a big learning curve for me. I played a lot of minutes as a rookie. I don't know if I was necessarily expecting that, but I played a lot. So, it was a lot of learning throughout the games. A lot of learning about back-to-backs and just the scheduling of the NBA. So, I learned a lot. And over quarantine, I got time to work on my game, talk to the coaches and things like that. So, I'm really excited for this next season for sure.
And also your team had some great players like Rajon Rondo, Danilo Gallinari, Chris Dunn. How excited you are to learn from them and to make your game to the next level?
I'm really excited to learn from 'em. Like I said, those guys are vets. Rondo just coming off a championship. Gallo's playing the playoffs, so you know they know things that I have no clue about. So just being able to pick their brain and learn from them throughout the season, I feel like that could definitely help me.
Next question from Sarah Spencer.
What kind of challenges does it present when you have so many new guys you kind of have to get acclimated to? They've got to get acclimated to y'all with such a quick turnaround going into preseason and then the season.
I think just not having them around, learning the plays, learning our defense and things like that. I mean, they'll eventually learn it, but we went through the mini camp. We were here, before they got here, even just a few weeks ago. So we've been going over those things. We kind of already know it from last year as well. So just introducing them to the concepts and things like that, I feel like that would be the toughest part. But I mean, I don't think it would be too hard for those guys.
Edwin Powell.
Good morning, DeAndre. Now going into your second year, got a full year under your belt. What advice would you give to the rooks as far as just how to carry themselves, things that you learned from year one?
I mean, just don't get too down on yourself. There's going to be a lot of people saying a lot of things. You just got to block them out. Focus on yourself. You're going to have some good games. You're going to have some terrible games. You just, you got to live with it, roll with the punches, and just keep pushing forward.
Back to Sarah.
I remember both you and Cam a few, I guess, months ago now, talked about how you wanted to be more aggressive. Is that still kind of your mindset? Is there anything you can do to work on that? Or is it just kind of how you plan to attack the game more aggressively, now that you have a little bit more experience under your belt?
I mean, aggressiveness is definitely something you have to work on in practice. I mean, it's not necessarily something you have to, be aware of. You just got to be aggressive. It's just like the way you play. Instead of being passive, looking to attack, looking to make plays for yourself and your teammates and things like that. So it can just translate easier to the game.
Raphael.
Last year you had Vince Carter to lean on as that vet. Now you bring in a guy like Gallinari. And what do you see in his game that you can learn from, and what would you pick from his brain?
I mean, like I say, he has experience. He's guarded a lot of guys. He's won against a lot of guys, and I mean, when I look at him, he's huge in my opinion. Just a big guy, stretch forward kind of guy who could really, put the ball on the floor, who could really shoot it and things like that. So just learning the ins and outs of the game, where he picks his spots and, where he feels comfortable and stuff like that. And maybe I could, work with him and, learn from him and do the kind of similar things as well.
Allison.
Hey, it feels like it's been forever since you guys have played against someone other than yourselves. Would you say there's more excitement coming for this preseason game to face other teams? Which is really just about 10 days now, going up against other competition?
I mean, yeah, I don't think I've ever been more excited for a game in my life, honestly. I mean, it's been, 9 months since, I think, March. So it's been a long time coming, and, we finally, have a chance, and, we have a set schedule and a set game. So just having that is just very exciting, and I know everyone's here is excited, and we're just looking forward and getting ready for it.
Back to Greece and Christos.
DeAndre, do you feel with this roster of Atlanta Hawks about next season, you feel like you are huge underdogs in East?
I mean, I don't know if we're underdogs or not. I feel like that's, the media's job to portray whether we're underdogs or not. But I mean, we have talent. We have guys who work hard, and I think we have a pretty good team. And whether we're underdogs or not, I don't know, but I guess we'll see.
Back to Raphael.
Now that you all come back, and of course, what you all are we're dealing with the pandemic and the COVID situation, and of course, with all of the sports, you see it affecting sports and affecting a lot of teams, of course. How do you block that out your mind, knowing that you are concerned about, of course, catching it, but how do you block that out your mind and stay focused playing ball?
I mean, I think you just do the necessary things you have to do off the court. For example, like not going out and, you know, not putting yourself at risk to catch it. Just trying to stay as safe as possible. I mean, you could catch it just going to home and to the gym, who knows? But, you know, just trying to stay as safe as possible. And I feel like everything will work itself out. So all you have to do is focus on basketball, really.
Allison.
How does it feel to be a part of a team that invested so much in free agency to just make themselves even better? And does that put kind of added pressure on a team that it kind of feels like it's kind of playoffs or nothing this year?
I mean, that's a goal we set as a team, was to make the playoffs. So, I mean, they got the pieces, and I mean, it's up to us to make it work. I mean, I don't think there's any pressure. And we're basketball players at the end of the day, so it's not much pressure, but just going out there and playing the game and, you know, using the pieces that we got, and hopefully it could, you know, elevate us to the next level and beat up, and we'll be able to make the playoffs this year.
Okay. Sarah?
I was just curious, what was your kind of workout routine or habits you created over this 9+ month layoff in order to kind of keep yourself in shape and keep yourself ready to go? You know, you wouldn't normally go this long without playing, you know, a full-on game.
I mean, yeah, this offseason was, I mean, I don't even know what a regular offseason is like, to be honest. So I didn't know what to expect going into it, but I mean, it was a lot of on and off working out this summer because, you know, there were plans to, you know, start sooner, then there were plans to start next year, and then you hear that, like, we're starting now. So it's like I tried to stay in shape, you know, just working out every day, but like a month ago to maybe a month and a half ago, you know, I was doing 2 days and, you know, just trying to get my body back in shape and being able to play and stuff like that.
Raphael?
And to piggyback off that, do you think that not playing and having that long layoff, did it benefit you in some way?
You said it did or didn't?
Did it? I'm saying, did it benefit you?
I mean, I definitely, like I said, I watched more film probably than I have before, just because there was so much time. And I mean, I feel like film really shows you like the things you need to work on better than, you know, just having it in your head and things like that. So definitely watching the film and just having the time to actually go to the gym and work on those things, I feel like definitely helped. I definitely would have liked to have been playing, of course, but, you know, off time isn't too bad.
And were you able to keep in touch with Cam and Trey and those guys during the off season?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we would text every now and then. I mean, I would go over to Cam's house. I mean, I saw Trey. We would come to the gym together and stuff like that. So we definitely stay in touch with the team for sure.
Allison?
A little bit of a fun one here. Since it's your birthday, what are you doing to celebrate it's a quarantine birthday, right? Are you ordering your favorite foods, Zooming with friends? What are you doing to celebrate on your birthday?
Well, my family's here, so they actually just came last night, so I'm sure they probably surprised me with something, probably just like a dinner or something, but definitely quarantining, just staying home and, you know, being as safe as possible.
Chris Kirschner?
I know some of you guys worked out in Los Angeles a few weeks ago. Well, not in Los Angeles, but in California. What was that experience like, and what did you gain from that?
I mean, it was cool. I don't even think we knew the season was starting at that point. I don't think we knew it was starting this early, but we were just there, you know, trying to just like build team chemistry and things like that. And, you know, it was cool. It was just like something other than a training camp, you know, outside of Atlanta. It was more free, you know, it wasn't as strict of a schedule or anything. We kind of just, you know, met up, had dinner, worked out with each other a few times. So, I mean, it was good to see the guys for sure.
What was the best part of the experience, would you say?
The best part of the experience, we did a boxing class. We all did a boxing class together, and I really enjoyed it.
Back to Allison.
I was just curious if there's, you know, we've heard a lot of like the baseball players, they're really big into playing video games. I didn't know if you guys are, is that a way that you guys can kind of bond when you're all quarantining separately, playing, or is there anything that you guys do to kind of, you know, bond outside the court virtually?
I mean, yeah, we played a game a few times. I'm not a big gamer like I once was, but every now and then, you know, I'll get on with Kevin or, you know, Brandon Goodwin. We play a few times. So, I mean, even Cam plays a little bit too. So, get on with them and, you know, we run it a little bit, but I don't really play video games as much as I used to.
And it looks like our final question will come from Sarah Spencer.
I've heard Brandon Goodwin is very intense with his video game.
Yeah, he is. He should probably be a professional like that, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Based on what you guys have added to the roster, like with Chris Dunn, and also what, you know, the guys that you're bringing back, do you think this team is going to be able to improve enough and take enough steps on defense to get where you guys want to be?
I mean, I think so. I think it's definitely a focus this year. I mean, as long as we have guys who are willing, you know, guys who are, you know, determined to actually follow through within the game, I don't see why it wouldn't translate from practice to now. And we have defensive guys. So, I mean, I feel like it would definitely help us a lot. And I guess we have to wait and see. But I think we will be a lot better defensively this year.
Thank you. Happy birthday again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, everybody. That was our final.